Let's continue with the latest developments from the preview of Renegade Immortal episode 108. This episode brings us closer to one of the most mysterious turning points in Wang Lin's cultivation journey: the appearance of the gray-clothed Tianyunzi and the unveiling of the terrifying Immortal Killing Technique. Picking up from the last episode, we saw Wang Lin admit defeat in his duel against Lao Liu, the sixth disciple of the Purple Lineage. That was not an act of weakness, but rather a calculated choice. Wang Lin is someone who has walked through countless life and death trials, and his greatest strength lies in knowing when to advance and when to retreat. By conceding, he preserved his strength and also opened the way for something far greater. After this battle, Tianyunzi finally made his intentions clear. He proposed to formally accept Wang Lin as his disciple. But Tianyunzi is no ordinary teacher, and he certainly would not take a disciple without testing him first. Thus, Wang Lin had to undergo one of the most dangerous and defining trials within the Tianyun sect: the trial of the Shattered Immortal Land. The Shattered Immortal Land is no simple test. It is a spiritual domain filled with crushing pressure, designed not to test a disciple's cultivation base alone, but to test their comprehension of the Tao itself. As the snowstorms howled and the immortal pagoda on the mountaintop glimmered with multicolored light, Wang Lin began his climb. Each step he took, the pressure multiplied, weighing down not just on his body but on his soul and his willpower. In the past, when Sun Yun, the seventh son of the Purple Lineage, underwent this trial, he was already at the late stage of infant transformation. Even with that advantage, Sun Yun only managed 26 steps before reaching his limit. But Wang Lin, though weaker in cultivation, possessed a different kind of strength. He relied on his way of questioning his heart, a Tao that cuts through illusions and forces one to face their own truth. With this foundation, he managed to push forward. Step after step, he combined his unique life and death comprehension with his unshakable resolve. In the end, Wang Lin accomplished something no one expected: 27 steps. This achievement shocked everyone. Sun Yun's 26 steps had already been considered extraordinary. But Wang Lin, with his current mid-stage infant transformation cultivation, had surpassed even that. It was exactly as the preview narration revealed. At his present level, Wang Lin could not break through the 28th step. But even without that, 27 steps was dazzling enough to secure Tianyunzi's recognition. Tianyunzi was visibly delighted. To him, Wang Lin's potential was already beyond his most gifted disciples. Without hesitation, he ended the trial and formally accepted Wang Lin as his disciple. What followed was a conversation between master and disciple that seemed ordinary on the surface, but was filled with hidden foreshadowing. Tianyunzi reminded Wang Lin of the sect's rules. As his disciple, Wang Lin must never betray the Tianyun sect, and by extension, must never betray him as his master. Wang Lin, with his calm and resolute tone, replied that as long as his master and sect did not let him down, he would never let them down either. At that moment, Tianyunzi's gaze froze ever so slightly. A tiny detail, but one that speaks volumes about the hidden cracks in their relationship. This one sentence from Wang Lin planted the seed of future conflict. For Tianyunzi, loyalty was absolute and unquestionable. For Wang Lin, loyalty was conditional, dependent on trust, respect, and fairness. This difference in principles would eventually grow into a chasm that could not be bridged. Now this brings us to one of the most intriguing aspects of the preview: the appearance of the gray-clothed Tianyunzi. Unlike the Tianyunzi we are familiar with, who always appears in his resplendent robes, this version looked noticeably younger and cloaked in gray. Who exactly is he? The truth is chilling. The gray-clothed Tianyunzi is not truly Tianyunzi himself, but rather a special clone created when Tianyunzi broke through to the Yinshu realm. Yet even that is not the full story. Hidden within this clone is actually a wisp of consciousness belonging to Elder Mishing, a fourth-step existence. His purpose is sinister: to monitor Tianyunzi's every move, to investigate the awakening of his lost memories, and to ensure that no hidden threat escapes control. So why does this gray-clothed Tianyunzi teach Wang Lin the Immortal Killing Technique? On the surface, it is part of an arrangement between Tianyunzi and his gray-clothed self. But in truth, it is all part of a much deeper plan. The Immortal Killing Technique is no ordinary spell. It is not even a true immortal technique, but rather an imitation of one. Despite that, its power is overwhelming. Its core lies in the creation of marks of life. These marks can be used both for offense and defense. Cultivate enough of them, millions, billions, and one could shield themselves even if an entire star collapsed around them. When the gray-clothed Tianyunzi looked at Wang Lin, he saw his unique state of mind, the balance of life and death, the Tao of perseverance through slaughter. That is why the Immortal Killing Technique was such a perfect match for Wang Lin. But this gift came with hidden dangers. The cultivation of this art requires endless slaughter. The more you kill, the more murderous aura you accumulate, and the faster you condense the marks of life. It is a path paved with blood and endless killing intent. From Tianyunzi's perspective, this was ideal. He wanted Wang Lin to cultivate this technique, not to empower him, but to use him. Once Wang Lin achieved perfection in the Immortal Killing Technique, he would become the most suitable nourishment for Tianyunzi himself. In other words, Tianyunzi's kindness in arranging this teaching was actually a carefully hidden trap. As the preview shows, Wang Lin soon arrives on Earthstar, one of the 5 great cultivation stars under the Tianyun sect. It is here that he will truly begin to practice the Immortal Killing Technique, carving his path forward with blood and determination. At the same time, his mosquito beast companion will undergo another powerful evolution, preparing him for the trials that await in the East China Sea Monster Land. The upcoming Monster Land arc will be a turning point. It is expected to open within the next 3 episodes, and when it does, the stage will shift dramatically. Within this Monster Land, the fire of hope for the soul-refining sect will be reignited, and the final wish of the Duntian Patriarch, the birth of a 6th-level cultivation nation, will be realized. Episode 108 of Renegade Immortal sets the stage for all of this. With the Shattered Immortal Land trial complete, with Wang Lin officially becoming Tianyunzi's disciple, and with the Immortal Killing Technique now in his grasp, the path ahead grows darker and bloodier. The question is, can Wang Lin walk this path without losing himself? Can he wield the Immortal Killing Technique without falling prey to its murderous nature? And when the truth about Tianyunzi's intentions is finally revealed, what choice will Wang Lin make? The answers lie ahead, but one thing is certain. The journey from here will only become more intense. The shadow of the gray-clothed Tianyunzi looms large, and the blood-soaked path of the Immortal Killing Technique awaits. And that wraps up the preview analysis for episode 108 of Renegade Immortal. With Wang Lin's trial at the Shattered Immortal Land complete, the master-disciple bond with Tianyunzi officially sealed, and the ominous gray-clothed clone introducing the Immortal Killing Technique, the story is entering a bloodier and more dangerous stage. The path ahead is full of conspiracies, battles, and revelations that will test Wang Lin like never before. What do you think about Tianyunzi's hidden motives? Will Wang Lin fall into his master's scheme, or will he carve out his own destiny through the Immortal Killing Technique? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your theories. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss the upcoming updates on Renegade Immortal. Until next time, keep cultivating, and I'll see you in the next video.